Hello, beer tubers, and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of puppets. Today, checking out another beer that I got from Beerdome. So thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. This was a big part of one of the many hype releases from the US that they've been getting. I'm tired. A long day at work. That they've been getting the last year or so. There's been just so many releases of crazy beers from the States. And this came in a set of 3, and I picked up all 3, which is A Deal with the Devil, but not Anchorage, A Deal with the Devil. This is Tired Hands, A Deal with the Devil. So it's brewed in collaboration with Anchorage. They even have the exact same label scheme, kind of just maybe done slightly differently. I'm guessing it's the artist at Tired Hands that does the artwork, then maybe something like that. Instead of a Massive Face, I think the name of the artist is, that does the Anchorage stuff. But what they did is that they did A Deal with the Devil, and then they've done, I think it's 4 different varieties, 2 bourbon, 1 rum, and 1 blend of bourbon and rum. And they've been aged in barrels for 48 months. 4 years. That's insanity. So yeah, it's a barley wine style brewed with Galaxy hops, as it says, which is pretty much what the original A Deal with the Devil is. I wonder if this is more of a cadeau to the original A Deal with the Devil that was not double oaked and all this, like the old money one that was in the big 750 bottle cork and cage. Because it's single thread. I don't know. But it's a single barrel release. I'm looking forward to this one. This is ABV is not on the bottle. Do you know the ABV? Was it 17? This one. Damn. So 17%. Holy crap. It's so weird. Like, why wouldn't you put that on the bottle? Oh well, that's how it is. But let's check it out. I'm looking forward to this. Thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. So pours a very nice looking black brown color. It has like some dark, robust notes to it, like almost blackish. It poured out fairly clear with a little bit of a foamy head that dissipated like that. You can see alcohol legs when I swirl it. It looks like a barley wine. Let's check out the aroma. See if this is as good as A Deal with the Devil from Anchorage. Very, very different barrel character than Anchorage. Anchorage is like massive screaming bourbon, and I'm definitely getting that here as well. There's definitely bourbon, but there is so much wood. Like, you can smell that this has been in a barrel for a very long time. It's like, it's got a lot of depth of woodiness and toastiness and more oxidative notes, more like pruny, sherry, figgy vibes than A Deal with the Devil. Is loads of caramel and toffee and vanilla and all the barrel flavors. There's also the dark fruits, but this is supercharged dark fruits. It's almost like you soaked like dates and figs and raisins and stuff in like honey, and then with a little bit of port on top. It's almost like there's a portification or maderification of the barley wine here. It's smelling maybe more vinous than most modern barley wines. But it smells really good, but it's vastly different than the normal A Deal with the Devils, or at least the newer ones. It smells great though. Let's try it. Cheers. Thanks to Beerdome once again. A lot of sweetness to it. It is a big beer. Ooh. Alcohol. Like, wow, just enveloping your palate. You feel the warmth going down. It's a really intense barrel forward beer, but it's so different than A Deal with the Devil done at Anchorage. I think at Anchorage, A Deal with the Devils are a little bit more cohesive and a little more well executed. They also have some of the older flavors, but this is like so much, like it's almost like a hybrid between barley wine and port wine or sherry. I think like some of the sweet Pedro Jimenez sherries or something like that. There's so much of that. And so much dried dark fruits. Also, like if you've ever had any of the Chauyu barrel-aged barley wines from Italy, from Baladin, there's vibes to that as well. Because that's like heavily oxidative and very like portified. There's a lot of that in their beers, and there's a lot of that in this as well. It seems oddly European for an American beer because it's not screaming like fudgy, toffee, caramel, vanilla. It's like really deep, old woodiness and like dried fruits and dates and maybe even like tobacco and stuff. It's it's a very different take on A Deal with the Devil, I think. But it's really delicious. It's really nice, but it's vastly different, I think, actually. It would be fun, actually, to compare with a normal A Deal with the Devil on the side, but we're not going to do that. This is too strong. Yeah, it's not bright at all. That's I guess why brewers blend, because although this is tasting really nice, it's a lot of depth. There's a lot of deep notes. There's a lot of heavy notes. I would like a breath of lightness to this, like from younger beer, like a breath of fresher toffee, coconutty, vanilla notes from a barrel or something like that. Even like spiciness, just like if it was like cinnamony from a rye barrel or something like that, pepper, just to cut through all that like really sweet, syrupy, porty kind of flavors. It's so portified. It's crazy. Like, I think if you gave this to a port wine drinker blind and you just told them, or you didn't tell them what it was, and just say, like, this is a bit weird, it's lightly carbonated, I think a lot of people would be fooled and be like, oh, this is port, or oh, this is sherry, and not think that it would be a barley wine because it's been in the barrel for so long. And I don't think it's too long. Like, although it's been in the barrel for 4 years, it tastes great. But I think when this style shines, it has more layers. It's not just like deep notes. You need some top notes of brightness as well from younger beer for it to be really good. And that's where I guess the oaking treatment that Anchorage does really comes into play, where they do a few months and then a few months and then a few months, or just like 12 months, blend it with 24, blend it with 30 something. I mean, that's why people blend. But this is really good still. I don't know, I'm just not super floored by it. I really like it. Maybe I just need to sit and contemplate with it. But like, I was thinking, this is going to be a 95 plus. But I think I'm maybe just shy of world class. Like maybe a 94. It's still really good. But I think the alcohol is a touch too apparent. And then it's like so deep, so raisiny, pruny, figgy, all that you lose all the cool other things you can also get from a barley wine. So it becomes a bit more one note. And that it's the same complaints I would have about barley wines that are young and only in barrels for like 12 months. They would often be like too light on top notes and only bright. You don't have as much depth as you get with further aging. So it's a balancing factor when you make these beers, I think. But it's still wonderful. Really great. I'd be stoked if I brewed something like this. And if you like port wines and portified things, like you freaking love this. It's actually leading my mind a little bit to the Portified Black Tuesday I did with just Michael. What was it called? Petit Mardi. There's notes similar to something like that in here. But really fun, really good stuff. It'll be fun to try the rum version and the blend between this and rum. So if you guys had a chance, If you guys had a chance to try the A Deal with the Devil between Anchorage and Tired Hands, brewed at Tired Hands, aged in Basil Hayden Bourbon barrels for 48 months. Let me know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Beerdome for the beer. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And I want to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.